Research shows that if you know 3,000 words in the English language, you can pretty much say everything you need to say. So this is a series about the 3,000 words. I'm publishing one word a day. Brown. Brown. The old leather chair had a rich brown hue that complemented the room's rustic decor. So brown has a more, it's just a color. Brown, the rich brown hue. A hue is another word for a shade of colors. The cookies were perfectly golden brown, indicating they were baked to perfection. A golden brown is always a positive. He has brown eyes that reflect a warm and inviting personality. It can reflect just the color of the eyes. So we're talking about the color. Here we're talking about the color, golden brown and a rich brown. They're just colors. The natural leaves turned a crisp brown as autumn settled in, covering the ground in a crunchy blanket. And the Brown family's estate, this is just the name of the family. The family's name is Brown. The opposite of brown is a color, so it doesn't really have an opposite. Also, brown doesn't have a noun. We do use the word brown in some collocations, like brownout. A brownout is when the electricity is turned down, but it's not completely off. So you don't have as much access to electricity. It's a brownout. And it's usually when we're talking about a large city, maybe we're having electricity issues and we don't have as much supply as we need. We might have some brownouts where the electricity, maybe you can just turn on one light, but if you turn on more, it's not going to work. The opposite of brown, we don't use. Let's see. A verb. Adjective, yes. We also use the word brown when we talk about people. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who is from India, and he said, if you ever want to know if a policy is ethical, he said, look to the brown people. The brown people and their situation is going to tell you if it's ethical, because historically speaking, it is those who don't have white skin who end up at the bottom of the economy, and they're the ones in whose countries wars are fought. They're the ones who will starve or have to move first if we're looking at the world. And interestingly, too, most of the world, if you just look at numbers, most of the world is brown, various shades of brown. So my coworker, this friend of mine, said, look to the brown people to know if a policy is one worth keeping. Don't look at the white people because they'll always be the ones profiting from that policy. But if you look to the brown people and see how that policy affects them, then you can know if that's a good policy or not. I think he's right. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you use these words. Try to use the word of the day 5 times today as you speak to people around you. And if you aren't speaking English to people, then a good practice is to just record yourself speaking English. Maybe record in your daily journal what you did every day. Speak English to your journal, or write English in your journal. And it doesn't have to be correct English. It just needs to be you speaking and practicing saying these words. Okay? If you have a question, you say something or you write something that you're not sure about, a sentence or so, put it in the comments below. I read these comments and I will correct the sentence and tell you exactly how to say it. But don't just say the sentence, put in, is this correct? And then write your sentence. And then I can correct it and give you a little bit of feedback on that sentence in the comments from this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.